Hello and welcome to the first vlog from Disneyland Paris, where we're back. It's only actually been a few months since I was last here at the Parisian Disney resorts, but it's nice to be back here, and we're starting off today in Walt Disney Studios, because I feel that this park is the one that's actually had a lot of change since I was last here. Firstly, it's Season of the Force, which brings a combination of different Star Wars themed activities to the park, and that's going to start in just a second, which you'll see here inside the entrance building, also known as Studio 1. We've also had the announcement of the closure of Rock and Roller Coaster since I was last here, so we'll have a look around there. And we also know there's a lot of construction going on for the brand new Marvel stunt show that will be opening this summer at Disneyland Paris. So we'll have a look at the construction in the building that used to be known as Cinemagique. Got some lights then here, and obviously on the wall there, Star Wars, Season of the Force, and here to enjoy it, the one and only Darth Vader.
Season of the Force.
The what?
The Season of the Force.
The Season of the Force. It looks good. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Nice lighting.
Very nice.
Alex's woman's here as well. Hello. On a first Disney trip.
First Disney trip.
So we're going to take her on some good rides today, including Rock and Roller Coaster,
yeah,
Tower of Terror, and not forgetting Armageddon.
You're going to all love it.
We've really told her everything about Armageddon and how good of an attraction it is. Can't wait to get her on it. So yeah, we'll leave it there for now, Armageddon. It's going to be really good.
Wait. Don't want to close her eyes, don't want to fall asleep because she's going to miss nothing.
Oh wow, here we go then. So we've made our way into the studios. Firstly, you've got the Star Wars music playing. And secondly, look at that up there. Look at that theming.
I think she's scared, she's grabbing my arm already.
What, for Armageddon?
I think so.
Oh, Tower of Terror. First time on top, wow. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what that is from Star Wars. I'm not really a massive Star Wars fan. I don't know a lot about it at all.
I can tell you what it is.
Go on.
It's an Imperial TIE Fighter.
Is it on a board somewhere, is it?
No.
Oh, yeah, that looks really good up there. And obviously they've changed the backdrop as well. And Alex just run into a bin. It's run into a bin. I really like it inside Studio 1. I mean, Walt Disney Studios, it is a controversial park. A lot of people rate it as Disney's worst park, what they've ever built. But there is some nice areas of it still. I do like it in here. And there we go, we've got another Star Wars set piece at the back, and they've actually taken down the Hollywood backdrop. If you remember, it said Hollywood Hills at the back, and it had like all the lights and stuff shining up on it. That's been covered over, I assume, by this star cloth. Then you got this, which is this an X-Wing, is it? I don't know, is there a board for this one? It looks like the X-Wing from next door.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is huge. I remember that being delivered just before Season of the Force started. And it's massive, and also I know that here on Studio 1 Orchestra, they play Star Wars songs on there as well.
Can we have a first round of Tiki Room, is that alright?
Tiki Room, you can't, it's just a set piece. You can't even say it's a restaurant here, it's literally a seating area.
Seating area.
That's all you get. So yeah, welcome to Walt Disney Studios. We're going to do all the attractions in the vlog today because we've done plenty of videos from here before, but we'll definitely check out the changes, see what Krista thinks to some of the fantastic rides such as Armageddon and Tower of Terror as well. It's going to be a really good day. Season of the Force. It actually feels really strange to be back here at Ratatouille with Alex because we were last here together on opening day.
Yeah.
July 2014, a good few years ago now. And I must say the area around Ratatouille has developed even more. All these trees and things have grown nice down the side. Obviously it backs onto Toy Story Playland. The gift shop's open since Alex was last here. So I'm making it out like it's just opened. It's been open a few years, but since Alex was here on opening day, well, the shop wasn't ready in time. Don't think it's open yet today, but we'll have to go in there later. How does it feel to be back?
It's really nice. I remember standing there and having the little bits of streamers and confetti.
It was lovely. We were standing just over here, weren't we?
Yeah, it was all in French. We didn't really know what was going on. And then we went in the ride and we were like, wow, this is an incredible trackless dart ride.
I've still got the ribbon as well.
Have you really? Oh my gosh. I remember saying like, this is an incredible trackless dart ride. Don't get me wrong, it's still outstanding, especially if you've never done one of these rides before. But it's sad really because the joy of it's been taken away from when we went to Asia and experienced many other trackless dart rides that Disney have got. And
Mystic Manor being one of those, which is incredible. But this facade and little plaza area is gorgeous, and it's one of my favourite areas out of both of the parks here actually. But 15-minute wait, we've come in for Extra Magic Hour this morning, which is what you get being a hotel guest. So we're making the most of that. 15 minutes. We just walked past Crush's coaster, and that was 75 minutes though for Crush at the moment. But yeah, It's going to be good. Get back on it again. Ratatouille. It's just a lovely little area that this is. I think Chris will enjoy it as well. Never been on a trackless dart ride. It's got a Mickey ears on as well that we like to see. Oh, we've got a bit of Spanish ski jumping going on there.
Jump. Keep jumping.
Everyone knows the best food in the world is made here in Paris. And tonight, the toast of the town, Chef Remy, will prepare for you a culinary masterpiece. Chef Remy is waiting for you. This way.
Vous serez toujours les bienvenus chez Rémi. À bientôt et bon appétit. Et Mino.
Fantastic to get back on Ratatouille there. It might have only been a few months since I last rode it, but it's always a pleasure to ride that attraction. And for Alex, it's been a good few years since you last went on that dart ride.
I love it.
Yeah.
I really love it. It's so nice, it's so charming, it's family friendly, and a lot of it's in English as well. A lot of it's really understandable. You made that point, didn't you, Krista, as well?
What did Krista enjoy about it?
It's so different.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Very, very different. And like having a trackless dart ride system somewhere so close to home as well. Very, very lucky to have it, and I love it.
And it's coming to Walt Disney World for the 50th celebrations of Walt Disney World in 2021. So something to look forward to if you've never been to Disneyland Paris, you live over in the States and you go to Florida a lot, to their theme parks. Something to look forward to coming there. So have a little walk through Toy Story Land. Or Playland rather, Toy Story Land.
I'm very excited about Slinky.
Slinky, yeah, I'm getting excited for Slinky, just not this one.
Yeah.
The one at Toy Story Land, which will be opening at Walt Disney World this summer. Me and Alex are going to be there. We announced our trip the other week. We're going out to Florida for 2 weeks in September, where we're going to get to experience Toy Story Land. This is Toy Story Playland, and we've done this one and also the one at Hong Kong Disneyland as well.
I mean, this is nice, but it's not a Matt ride, is it?
I can't wait to experience Slinky Dog Coaster. It's only 15 minutes for RC race, so that's not too bad actually. If you want to do RC, 15 minutes, not too bad. Slinky Dog. Hollywood, 1939, and amid the glitz and the glamour of the showbiz elite lies the Tower of Terror. And Krista's going on. His height is forcing her to ride.
She's a lot more scared than you're actually going to be on the ride.
She's scared.
You're more scared now than you will be on the ride. You'll come off and go,
Never done a Tower of Terror before, and she's going on.
I look forward to seeing
Them
it.
Mickey ears, you're going to have to hold on to them tight. That's looking flying off. This is it.
You're not helping.
One of only 3 versions of this ride now in the world, after the California Adventure version did get rethemed into the controversial ride, also known as Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which hopefully isn't going to be coming here. However, I'm going to tell you a little bit of information. We know from Disneyland Paris themselves that this ride's actually going to be going through a bit of refurbishment to the exterior. And if you look at these shots on your screen now that I took from just outside in the queue line, you'll see here that quite a lot of the facade is starting to actually crumble away. And now this isn't me trying to do a bit of a joke here about the ride and say like, oh, it's because it's the hotel falling apart. Genuinely, when you do a theme ride like this, it's obviously designed to have the cobwebs and look old, but outside it's starting to crumble away a little bit in places. So they are doing a complete overhaul of the exterior, but hopefully that means that we're not going to see this rethemed into Guardians of the Galaxy. I really hope not, because I love the whole atmosphere, the feel of this ride, the bellhops, the boiler room, the library, everything about it I really enjoy as an experience. And I was just saying actually outside to these guys, it's not really the ride itself, the drops themselves that I enjoy the most. It's more about the atmosphere that's created and the feel of it. So I really hope we don't lose this to Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, it's hot off the press news that the outside is going to be having some exterior work done to it. So as you saw from them shots, it genuinely doesn't look that good at all. Yeah, fair enough, you've got the whole area where the hotel's crumbling apart where it's supposed to be, but it's got to the stage now that 11 years on from when it was first built, that it definitely needs a bit of TLC on the exterior.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Every time I walk into the boiler room, even though I've been on this ride hundreds of times, you still feel that atmosphere. And it's something what Disney can only create. I'd be really sad if we did lose this in Paris. Making our way upstairs. Obviously after the library you get split off. All these little details that a lot of people would just walk past and not see. It's just a perfect combination of lighting, audio, theming. What's happening? Chris is about to ride, that's what's happening. Have fun. I'm so horrible. Right, we'll see you when we come off the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, here at Walt Disney Studios. Do I have valued guests? For your safety once on board, please remain seated with your seatbelt. Right, I'm going to shut up. The hotel was a little bit dodgy, that was, wasn't it? The room wasn't very nice this time, was it?
Well, mine wasn't even ready.
Was it not ready?
No.
It's never ready. We keep coming back to this hotel in different parts of the world. And this is never ready, is it? But we survived, and Krista survived, Tower of Terror. She hated it. She said she's never going on it again.
Well, we'll see about that.
But Alex was really mean. So you know how they load that ride, Tower of Terror, if you've been on it before or seen it in videos and things. Basically, you line up there at the front of your elevator, and you can decide where you're going to be sitting in terms of on that row. You can't pick like whether you're on the front row or the back row and stuff, but you've got like the little numbers on the floor, and you can decide where you're going to go. And Alex over here puts her right in the middle, so she has like the best prominent view out. And I must say, you get a beautiful view from this Tower of Terror. You get to see Studio 1 with the Walt Disney Studios.
And also nothing to hold on to.
Yeah, and also you get the view of Disneyland Hotel over at the main park, which is really nice. But yeah, she did quite well to go on it. She said it wasn't not as intense as you expected.
As intense as the point.
She's been on it, so we're going to keep taking you on it for the next few days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We did.
But don't worry, you've got the #1 ride in the park still to come, Krista. And we're very close to it. You can feel the excitement of Armageddon.
You feel the heat burning.
Armageddon, one of the best rides. Krista doesn't really know a lot about Disney. Like, I don't really know a lot about Disney films and such. I've learnt a lot more over the years of coming to the parks.
It's not Disney, that's why.
Yeah. But it's like all these, I don't know really a lot about Disney films and things. Yeah, so you learn, don't you, when you come somewhere like this? And she's learning little bits along the way.
And just to add to the Armageddon spiel that you were just making.
Not Armageddon.
Honestly, guys, get yourself here and experience this unique attraction. You're going to see why so much afterwards. I know why Sean's laughing, but you'll absolutely love it.
They know what it's like.
I'm an honest person.
Everybody in these videos know what it's like.
I'm a very honest person.
It's Christopher doesn't know what it's like. Everybody else knows this joke.
Of course they know.
Armageddon coming up. Make our way down here. This is going to be changing a lot. So like I mentioned right at the start, Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be closing at some point this year to make way for a re-themed attraction themed to Marvel. It will feature Iron Man, lots of other characters as well, which is very exciting to see. What's he pointing at?
I want to see Motor's action. I want to see it.
Motor's action? It's not on yet.
It's on in 45 minutes.
Yeah, we've got 15 minutes for this though. 15 minutes for Rock and Roller Coaster. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting change. Like I say, I really enjoy this because of all the lighting and atmosphere on this ride. But the outside of it here, not very good at all. I do prefer the exterior of the version in Florida. That's about the only thing I prefer about the Florida version. I like everything else about it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So it's going to be closing. Rumours are suggesting it's going to be closing in September 2018 to make way for Marvel taking over, the first Marvel takeover, if you like, of an attraction. Disneyland Paris have also confirmed that this is going to be the start of a lot of IPs coming into the park and taking over classic rides. So let's see what happens with this one.
You leave them alone.
Wonder who's going to get all this stuff when it gets ripped out later this year.
Sure, I'll tell you. I've just bought a Metallica guitar. Do you want to share it with me?
Shut up. On a serious note, this stuff is worth a lot of money. Gold-plated records and signed guitars and all sorts. Really makes you wonder what's going to happen to all of that.
Aerosmith itself.
Music technology that you're going to be among the first to experience.
What a crowd, what a mob, what a ride, what an experience, Ali! Unreal. I was on the track going like this, right? 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and I got right about to here, and I thought I was going to lose it, and I felt like I was hearing going down. It was a beautiful thing. Hey, people! What's happening out there?
Hey!
On vient de m'informer que nous sommes prêts à accueillir nos VIP dans la zone d'essai pour leur voyage test. I just got word that the ride test demos...
The ride test demos are happening, Alex. Come on, let's go. How about some backstage passes? Oh, do you like your lighting and things? It's always one of my favourites inside here. I will miss this. I look forward to seeing what they do with it though. Like, it's one of those attractions that I enjoy, and I will miss it to an extent.
Are you ready?
But I think there's a lot of potential when you think about what they can do in here.
Superheroes.
Yeah, I can see there being a lot of maybe even animatronics in here.
Okay, prepare for launch.
Sound tracker prêt pour le lancement.
rocking roller coaster, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens to it going forward. Probably my last rides on it this trip on rocking roller coaster. I doubt I'll be here again before it does close, if that is in September. But definitely stay tuned here on Theme Park Worldwide for all the latest updates. So much change going on across Disney at the moment, and especially at Walt Disney Studios. So here you've got the stage for Star Wars. At Christmas it had all the icicles and things on the side. Yeah, it's all set up ready for the Star Wars shows. You've got the First Order March, A Galaxy Far, Far Away, and then tonight we've got a Galactic Celebration which takes place on the facade of the Tower of Terror, and that's a combination of special effects, fireworks, actors. You have like the stormtroopers and things out on the stage, so that'll be really good, and we'll show you some highlights of that later on. Another big change at the moment, Cinemagique Theatre. This is going to be reopening in the summer. Another brand new Marvel attraction opening this year. Not really heard much about it yet. We know it's a stunt show themed to Marvel, and that's going to be ready in time for the summer, and that's replacing Cinemagique. So it means that both Animagique and Cinemagique have had replacements over the past couple of years. Obviously Mickey and the Magician went into Animagique Theatre, so that unfortunately that's not on at this time of year with it being off-peak, but definitely have to come back and see that again at some point, because you'd absolutely love that.
And I think, yeah, I think it's going to be #1.
You reckon?
Show to me, because I've heard all good things in the videos and stuff. I don't think they do it justice, but I think it'd be definitely worth coming to see.
Well, it'd be first time as well, like tonight, actually seeing a show on Tower of Terror.
Really,
and it's your first time seeing this setup really, with the stage, these lighting towers, and the projectors are really well hidden. They're actually all the way over there in that massive tower at the back. You see where you got all the little windows, and that's the control booth at the top. And you might remember last time you were here, there was a stage here. There was a round stage on this area just here. But yeah, interesting time. This park needs some updates. I look forward to seeing what the future is for this Marvel stunt show, and come to see that at some point. The sun is starting to come out here at Disneyland Paris. We're making our way down to the studio tram tour. I really do like this. I was hoping that they were going to add a few bits of theming in from the Florida version when that did close a few years ago, but they didn't, unfortunately. So I don't know what the future of it is here in Paris, but I do like it. It's a nice attraction, and I do enjoy the whole movie park style, we're going behind the scenes of the films and things. I do enjoy it. 15-minute wait. Not too bad that, 15 minutes. You got the car there from 101 Dalmatians or 102 Dalmatians? 102 Dalmatians. Hollywood, we've seen that.
And a big heater by Dyson.
That's a big heater by Dyson. Which side are we going on, left or right? We're going left, right, left. Not like it makes much of a difference. Let's go.
Ici, vous pouvez voir quelques-uns des avions utilisés dans le film de Pearl Harbor, prêts à reprendre du service.
The aeroplanes along this route were used in the movie Pearl Harbor, but they don't even make them. Just a little bit of work. You can turn a corner and be anywhere. London, for example. But London, as you've never seen it before, scorched by dragons.
On a préféré utiliser un studio plutôt qu'endommager tout un quartier de Londres par les flammes que lancent de vrais dragons. Puis les dragons peuvent être des créatures si capricieuses.
time then on the studio tram tour. Waited a bit longer than 15 minutes though. The board was wrong at the entrance. We've seen that a couple of times so far today, so hopefully that's something that they'll get fixed soon. Just looking at some of these different things about Four Seasons of the Force. Yep, this just out here on the little plaza area. Like I say, we'll see the stage show at some point. But for now, we're going to see Stitch live. There he is. It feels very open, this area. Hopefully they add some more stuff in the long term. I suppose it's going to be a viewing area for that show on Tower of Terror though. This show is available in English. There's 122 seats available.
Oh wait.
122 seats. You've not been here before, have you, Alex?
That is something different for me.
Interactive show.
I believe we did one in Shanghai.
Yes, we did, yeah, Shanghai.
In English as well.
Yeah, nice interactive show.
On your way. I'm keeping my eye on you. On your way. Yes.
Just to make you aware, Alex, you're entering a live film shoot.
Right, brilliant. Thanks for sharing.
Done Stitch, and we're going for a live film shoot.
How many takes has it taken? I mean, it's been out.
How many takes has it taken to take? It's taken, well, about
3 shows a day for how many years?
15 years, yeah. Here we go. Motors Action Stunt Show Spectacular. Here's a little preview of what we get to experience.
This is me, I'm the preview.
Crazy Frog.
I'm the preview. Ring, ding, ding,
ring, ding, 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 ding. We've got men about to get set on fire. We've got motorbikes. Oh. Right, he so did that on purpose. There we are. Awesome. What
you know me so well.
What are you doing? And here we go. It's a huge arena. Chris's first time here enjoying Walt Disney Studios.
Lovely, yeah.
Look lovely in Walt Disney Studios in the same setting.
First time
There's some good attractions though, isn't there? Some good attractions. Yeah. The park itself's not the best layout, and it's not got the best theming, but the actual park itself and the rides inside it, it's not too bad. Not too bad. The rides are great, park's just not too bad, I think.
Shall bring back the lights?
Bring back the lights. Oh, here we go. Florida, it's unique this one. I was just saying actually when we were waiting for it. Obviously this opened originally with the park, and then Florida had it. That then closed to make way for Star Wars Land. But this is still going for now. It'll be interesting to see what the future is for this show. I'll be very interested to see if this is going to stay, especially with developments taking place next door with Rock and Roller Coaster. Right, I'll show you a few minutes of highlights of the show. I know a lot of you have probably seen it by now, so I won't show you loads of footage. But here we go, time for Motors Action Stunt Show Spectacular, February 2018 here at Disneyland Paris.
Je suis une machine de précision, un bolide aérodynamique.
That's enough. That's a cut. And voila, let's go! Oh yeah. That's actually, let's beat the guys.
We saw a few minutes then of highlights just from Moses Action Stunt Show Spectacular. I've seen that a lot of times, but I really appreciate the amount of effort what goes in to each and every one of them stunts. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do wish it was more of a themed show instead of a look through how they do the stunts, but I guess that's the whole feel of this park for now. Good to see it again, Alex.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
You enjoyed it? I tell you what, you're going to really enjoy the next attraction, what we're currently in the queue for, and the big moment for Krista's first visit here to Disney. She's got her ears on ready. This is it, it's Armageddon. How do you feel?
I'm excited.
She's confident.
She doesn't have a clue, does she?
You're looking forward to it,
Here is Armageddon. Let's special.
You just confirm that you are looking forward to it.
We've built this up for her. We've built it up. As soon as Alex booked the trip, we was like, we're going for Armageddon. There we are. Studio 7, the home of the best attraction Disney's ever built.
If you're looking for serious humour, you're watching the wrong channel, I tell you.
No, definitely. We have a good laugh, don't we? We have a good laugh. We do have some good fun, but you can't really see a lot here at the moment. Some doors there, and then we make our way into a pre-show, which goes on for a very
doors are opening.
Doors opening. Oh my God, we're going in. It goes on for a very long time, but hopefully we'll get into this one. I hope so, anyway. Here we go, Armageddon. Excited.
Très sympa, les gars. Quand ils disent action, c'est pour de bon. Le travail des équipes des effets spéciaux est de rendre les scènes plus impressionnantes.
Le partenaire principal sera donc un énorme météore qui veut tout détruire sur son passage.
Oh, you woke up. You're awake. It's alright. After 15 minutes of pre-show, you get some action now.
That time too.
Excellent. Alerte. Objet non identifié approchant. What is approaching? Open viewport beta. Go to code red emergency. Yes. Porte d'accès close. Good, no problem. Alerte. Météo approchant. Préparez à l'attaque. Préparez à l'attaque.
I don't know where he's gone. I just can't find him. Krista, do you know where he is?
No idea.
I just can't. Alex? Are you alright? Alex? Alex, is he alright? Oh, Alex? Hello, wake up, mate. Are you alright?
Is it for the shirt?
Yeah, we've been out 2 hours. Me and Chris have just been on Tower of Terror 5 times in a row.
Armageddon.
Armageddon, there you are. That's it. I can't believe you fell asleep. God, what a coincidence. Yeah, 2 hours he's been there. 2 hours.
Shall we get hashtag Armageddon?
Hashtag Armageddon! Whee! Come on, wake up. Let's go on some more eyes. Come on. Watch out, you're going on Frosty over here. That's it, hello. On a serious note, we've just come off Armageddon. I took a little bit of footage for you, not loads. I thought I'm not going to do too much in there. But there you go, you've got basically a 15-minute pre-show, which I think is where Alex fell asleep. And then after that, you walk through onto the hot set, quite literally, where you're on this spaceship. And yeah, you have some really good fire effects. To be honest, if you like your fire, worth going on it. Even if you've never done it, worth going on it to see it once. But you don't want to do it more than that, really.
Danger signs tell you not to go in.
Yeah, pretty much. I think, personally, that this attraction's days are numbered here at Walt Disney Studios.
Anyway,
but yeah, you never know. But yeah, at least you've done it, and at least you've seen it, eh? It's one of those, isn't it?
Another one, no admittance. Please don't go in.
Don't go in. Fire effect in use. Yeah, it's worth that fire, because as you saw from the footage, probably went a bit blurry with how dark it was, and then light all of a sudden. But the fire comes down from the ceiling, and it's nice. Yeah, it's good if you're on that front bit round the ring.
Can I make a point? The guy from the film Armageddon who was in it, I keep forgetting his name, Michael Clark Duncan, he's an American actor, why have they got a big American actor to do the pre-show? They've just stuck a French actor's voice over.
He never used to have that over.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it was filmed. It was him doing it. The subtitle, he did speak English, and then they added the French on after.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a recent thing.
What was going on?
I know. But Chris enjoyed it, though, didn't you?
No.
Worth coming to Disney for that, wasn't it?
Not really.
Well, don't worry. You have got Theme Park Worldwide's second biggest fan. Just out the back of Armageddon, and there he is, just there.
Big fan.
And he's called Theo. Theo, that's it, isn't it? Theo. There we are. Yeah, big shout out to Theo. Yeah, I nearly messed that up. It was nearly a retake.
You can do the show, remember, 200 names.
It's not Leo, it's Theo. So big shout out to Theo. We met just inside the queue for Armageddon. Believe it or not, I actually think that they were walking past and saw us go in there, and obviously he wanted a photo, so they came into Armageddon. So yeah, he actually came in Armageddon. Just for the photo. There you go. It's quite funny that. Just over here, I'll just show you this quickly. I've got the camera rolling. We got some. Oh dear.
Sorry.
I think this whole area is going to change, to be honest. I can see massive changes, especially with the new attraction taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. But yeah, look at this. It's all more for Season of the 4th on display. Look, again, I don't really know what it is. I'm sure everyone's there at home now thinking, Sean, how can you not know what it is?
Bob Chapek wanted a massive tank in the middle of a...
And there it is. It's the Combat Assault Tank. There we are, a few little facts for you on there. A reproduction, Project X. That was also the code name for G-Force at Drayton Manor, but there you go. We'll leave that one there. See some more rides.
Human cyber relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2. I am fluent in over 6 billion forms of communication.
So you just see some footage there from one of the many Star Wars shows on offer at the moment in Walt Disney Studios. That's a wrap for now from the studios. We're actually making our way over to Disneyland Park, which is located just here. I just wanted to point out how close these two parks are. Obviously, me and Alex have been to every Disney park in the world, and some of the parks are quite spread out from each other at the different resorts. Here in Paris, and one thing I've always loved about it is how close everything is at this resort. Obviously, Disneyland Park and the Disneyland Hotel just here. Walt Disney Studios just off to the left, and obviously you've got the entertainment districts, all the restaurants and entertainment, all up at Disney Village on the left-hand side. That's where your cinema is as well. All your hotels are located up in that direction as well. About a 10-minute walk to the hotels from here. And then you've got the RER and train station here as well. So it's all very well connected, and it's also very easily connected to Paris as well. You can get the RER, which is basically the trains over here, which will take you right down into the centre of Paris, where you can have a fantastic day out. Right, make our way over down into Disneyland, where we're going to watch Stars on Parade. I absolutely love this parade. Watched it for the first time when me and Charlotte were here back in November. I'm looking forward to seeing what Alex and Krista think to this one. Fantasia Gardens looks great, especially now it's all been painted up. They've redone all the footpath around here in the past couple of years. And obviously Disneyland Paris is still celebrating the 25th anniversary at the moment as well, hence the blue theme going round. You got the things like the little blue hanging baskets, all the flowers and stuff down there, and then of course you got like the ribbons and things around as well. So we'll make our way into Disneyland Park, head down to Main Street, ready for Stars on Parade, which will be starting quite soon. Time for my favourite part of the day. Time for
time?
Come meet with mystery, come meet reality. Wondrous, surprising, so mesmerizing. Got nothing there, but here we go.
Behind. I like the face behind me, yeah, that's great.
Lost in the magic. Here we go. Unfortunately, it has started to rain on Main Street, but there it is, the parade in the distance. We might have a bit of wet weather operation. We'll soon find out. Time to get lost in the magic at DLP. Let's go. Here they come down Main Street, USA. Symphony doo-dah, symphony. Alice! Hello! Hey, the Mad Hatter. Pinocchio! Aladdin and the Genie. Inside the magic! Vinny! Woo! I do love the costumes on this float, especially Goofy. I like how he's got this rocket pack on the back. Chip and Dale. Pluto there on the back. I like his spinning chair on there. It's a great opening float. Buzz Lightyear up there at the top. Come on Buzz, give us a wave. Really impressive float, this one. Look at that. At Christmas, this was nearly hitting the garland across Main Street. Jesse there. Pattern flying high above Main Street there. Another huge float. Look at it in the size of the buildings next to it. There's Crush looking totally awesome. Dory being Dory there at the back of the float. What I really like about this parade is designed for at night as well. Lots of lighting on there, gives that extra sparkle. It seems that the fire's broke, unfortunately. We normally have a blast. Nothing. Shame about that. been lost in the magic of Stars on Parade on Main Street, USA, and what can I say? I absolutely adore that parade. I love it. I think that's the 7th time I've watched it now. Absolutely brilliant, it really is. A little bit of wet weather today meant a couple of little changes, or I think it's due to the wet weather. We had no fire, unfortunately, on the Dragon, which is a shame. It was the same yesterday when we saw it. No fire on the Dragon. We did have the, on the Toy Story float, it was spinning round there, like the circus acrobat was in action this time, which was good, because yesterday that wasn't. And at the end, the biggest change, really, is the fact that, which way are we going? Every Frontierland, are we? The biggest change to that was right at the end. We had a horse and carriage instead of the usual standing on top of the float. I mean, the float still came through for Frozen, but Anna and Elsa were on a horse-drawn carriage. But other than those changes, what did you think to Stars on Parade?
I loved it. I thought it was so good. It's a feel good. It's happy. It's jolly. It's got a recognisable soundtrack. We're being vlog bombed in the background.
We're being vlog bombed, are we? Oh God! Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Check it out, everyone. There you are. Where are they all going? They're all singing on the way to BTM.
We were just singing Disney Stars on Parade a minute ago.
Yeah, lost in the magic.
So recognisable soundtrack, great floats, massive floats, incredible.
Big floats.
And an atmosphere.
Favourite float?
I really do like the Dragon.
I like the Dragon. Shame you haven't seen it in full potential.
No, the Dragon, or if not, I do like the opening float with Mickey and Minnie on as well.
I do, and Mickey and Minnie at the start of the parade.
Steampunk. I love it.
Steampunk, the soundtrack's what steals it for me, but in general, what do you think to Disneyland Paris since your last visit?
I love it, yeah, Steampunk Worldwide, that's what we're calling from now on.
Lots of work has gone on since you were last here, including Big Thunder Mountain, Hyperspace Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's not a facade, is it? It's a part of the ride, it's incredible, and the atmosphere's great. Yeah, there's been a couple of operational things, but I don't really put that down to the quality of the park. I actually think the place has really improved in the last 4 years since I came, so
definitely.
Looks good.
And a big improvement, one of the biggest improvements out of all the refurbishments is yet to come. And it's going to be the complete change of an attraction here inside Frontierland, just off to the left-hand side. Phantom Manor has been on the hillside since the park opened 25 years ago, back in 1992. And it's completely covered at the moment in scaffolding. Now there is some signs and things down at the front, and I'll show you them at some point, which gives you a little bit of history on the attraction and a little bit of what's to come here in Thunder Mesa. Now obviously Big Thunder Mountain went through its massive closure. It had 12 months when it was closed. They redid all the rocks. They even took out the trees and replanted them because they didn't fit with the whole perspective, mainly when you're looking at off-ride. But yes, when you look at it from here, Phantom Manor, scaffold looks to be nearly complete. I do think, because this is closed, I think until September this year, don't quote me on that, I know it's a long time, it's either September or November it's closed until. And I reckon we might see a sheet or something go across all that scaffolding, maybe still with the facade on, or maybe an updated look as to what the facade is going to look like once the work's complete. Who knows? It's speculation with Disney. We don't know these things. They just do it.
They don't tell you, to be honest. I mean, they can release images of the facade being released. People, fan sites, whatever, can release what they want. But the real experience is the day the ride reopens and you go in there and go, wow, this is different.
It's
and actually, it's those little moments that make it, I think.
It is, and we already know with this, there's going to be a lot of changes coming to it. It's not just going to be a refurb, so to speak. We're going to be seeing some new scenes, changes, possible changes to things in there what have been iconic since it opened. So who knows, but definitely exciting times for Disneyland Paris. Complete ownership by the Walt Disney Company. I think this is the start of this park's best years coming, I really do. But yeah, Stars on Parade, what a quality parade, it really is.
It's time to go on Pirates of the Caribbean here at Disneyland Paris. Arr! Arr! Let me tell you a bad pirate joke as well. How much do a pair of pirate earrings cost?
Go on.
A buccaneer. Arr!
Arr! Let's go on pirates. Enjoy the ride.
Tales there be aplenty in this cussed place. Montre-nous cette magnifique bille. On veut des armes, comme l'armée. C'est des armes qu'il nous faut. La ferme, Boudaron.
Je donnerai gros pour voir la tête du brave capitaine Jack Sparrow quand il saura que je suis le seul.
Absolument les vies. Prends une babiole pour la peine. Une petite. Je garde mes
Feeling a bit hungry, viewers? Well, here, I'm going to give you some lays, some nature lays. Here, look. Help yourself, enjoy them. You can put your pizza and pasta down now and have some of that.
I feel like you are Captain Jack and I am Davy Jones, and we're in the final fight scene of Shanghai Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Let's duel.
Duel? What? It's a better dark ride than Duel, come on.
A little bit better.
They actually look after the dark rides at Disney, Alex.
They do indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, how was it? What do you think of the improvement?
Oh, I thought it was... excuse me. Oh. I thought it was great, yeah. I thought it was really good. I'm going to ride that plenty more before we leave, because
it's good.
I love it. And to know that it's actually 7 hours away from my house.
Yeah, driving, like we drove down. Check out the travel vlog if you've not seen it. Perfect opportunity to mention that.
Still my phrase for a plug.
But obviously you've got some good new parts in there. And obviously Jack Sparrow makes his appearance in there a couple of times.
Barbosa, the new figure.
I didn't know his name, but it's Barbosa.
Barbosa.
Or Barbosa.
Barbosa. Much like it's Pirates of the Caribbean if we're in America.
It is, yeah. Too fast passive.
But yeah, it's nice that. I mean, he waited 5 minutes as well.
Yeah,
5 minutes
great.
of Pirates.
What's that all about?
Krista normally finds dark rides a bit scary, don't you? Was that scary?
No, they're just creepy.
What, the animatronics you find creepy normally, do you? Yeah. I can see why.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, you like that one. Yeah. She's getting into it now.
It's surprising though that the supposedly scary dark ride of the part is the one she enjoys the most when she finds all the others creepy.
I know what she'd find really creepy, and we've got to get her on it. On the vlog at some point. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Because it's in this land, Snow White.
Oh.
Snow White, that's just round the corner over there, and we'll have to get her on it. It is open right now.
Oh.
At some point, we've got to get her on Snow White, because that is actually a creepy dark ride. And it's in Fantasyland, you wouldn't expect it. The lights are starting to come on around the park. Parks this week are open until 8 p.m. And tonight, we're not actually watching Disney Illuminations. We're going to go back to Walt Disney Studios to watch the Star Wars show on Tower of Terror, so that'll be nice. And end the video with that. I will show you Illuminations in another video though this week. Do a second day at some point. Not a big fan of Illuminations, as you all know if you've watched the vlog from last time. But we'll have to watch it so we can hear Alex's thoughts on it. Bear in mind, me and Alex have done all these Disney parks.
I'd like to see what Meet Mickey's on.
Meet Mickey!
I'd like to see what the mouse himself has said. The man then.
The mouse. The legend.
You'd be very disappointed if you hear from the man, because he died 50 plus years ago.
Oh, rest in peace. Also interesting to see that Toad Hall's open this week. Tends to only open in peak times, this. A really nice, so very British fish and chip shop.
Can you tell us about the Toad Hall and why you love this one compared to California?
I love this one because this is a chip shop, but in California you get a dark ride. And it's located over there.
And in Paris, a chippy.
Yeah. And a chippy, hang on, let's also talk about this whilst we've got the camera rolling. A chippy that doesn't have rice.
Yeah, so Krista's up Liverpool way, aren't you? Up north.
Up north.
Northerner compared to us. And apparently all their chippies serve rice. Now, I don't know about you, being from the Midlands, I've never heard of a chippy serving rice. What's that all about?
Being from near Stoke-on-Trent, I'd say that's wrong.
I agree.
Like, that should not be allowed. Anyway, enjoy your lays, and we'll see you in a bit. Hey! Alex, am I lays? Oh, cheeky little. Okay, so we were talking about it literally a few seconds ago, and here we go. Krista's on, Snow White. Gonna be a bit spooky in here. Starts off quite nice. Alex. When you hear a crow, you know it's a bad sign.
Ah! Sorry.
Be quiet, it's a Fantasyland classic. Things take a dark turn now, Krista. A very dark turn.
Miroir magique sur le mur. Récit activé.
You're too angry.
Out of the tree. Discoveryland still remains one of my favourite areas at night in any Disney park across the world. It's absolutely gorgeous. Orbitron there in the middle, Space Mountain just behind it, or Hyperspace Mountain as it's known at the moment. And we're about to ride. It's only a 15-minute queue apparently. If we can trust the queue boards, they've not been that reliable today. Yeah, it's a really nice area. Videopolis over there, where we saw a fantastic show over Christmas.
Well, you can trust my Disneyland app.
Oh, I don't like the app. You know me, I don't like the app.
Autopia, we need to do that at some point.
Autopia, or as they say in America,
Autotopia.
Yeah. To be honest, Orbitron doesn't look like much, but when you're on it, and it's the way it's angled, you actually feel like you're going to fall out. Yeah, you get some good speed.
Good speed.
Orbitron. Yeah, the lighting around here is stunning. As we come towards the end of day one at Disneyland Paris, we'll do another vlog, like I say, do a second day. And if you do want to see all of the rides across the parks, then check out the vlogs what me and Charlotte did back in November. Because it was the first time I've been in 2.5 years. Went into a bit more detail on the attractions with POVs and things, so check that out. Off we go then. Hyperspace Mountain. The first change you notice is the entrance sign. Don't realise I was filming then. Then you got this massive poster just here. Gives you a good look there at them updated trains. It was getting quite rough, it was, so I was quite pleased to see these trains. I'm sure Alex thinks the same. It was getting a bit rough. Columbia there. Looking great, that is, looks good.
It's empty!
Very quiet, 15 minutes.
Heart, back, or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected numbers.
Oh yes, this is what I like to see. It might not even be 15 minutes. Have you heard the screams? He's off, Alex running there, wow. That's a rare sight. Go to the right. Alex, give us a dab. Hey, it's the Dab King. Looks like we're not going to be riding Hyperspace Mountain
today. It was my singing, I tell you.
Yeah. It's a shame. Oh no, we're getting a bit of a queuey back going on. This is actually the third time this has happened in 2 days now. It happened twice yesterday. It's happening again today, which is strange because it's had the new trains and it's had upgrades over the past couple of years. Really not too sure what's going on with it at the moment. I thought we were just taking a train off but yeah, it's gone down again. 3 times in 2 days is not good, and that's when we've seen it as well. It could have happened more. I do like all these lights around here though. But don't worry, I'll definitely get some on-ride footage of Hyperspace Mountain in the second day that I'll film here in a couple of days' time during our trip. But yeah, I'll show you some shots of Main Street and things in the dark because it looks so nice at night, like I say, this park, and especially Discoveryland. That is my area at night. My favourite overall area of the park in the daytime is Frontierland and of course Main Street. But for me at night, Discoveryland, it's just the place. It's so vibrant, lots to see, all the neon lights everywhere. It's just a really enjoyable experience. Oh my God, the train's disappeared. Look, it's gone. Where's everybody gone? Here we are, Main Street. Looks gorgeous, it really does. Nice to see the lights working down the Disneyland Hotel as well. They had a number of years where lights had issues on that. There's still a few not working now, but it's a lot better than the whole hotel not being lit. Emporium looks really nice as well, lit up. Main Street's actually quite quiet this evening. Maybe the rain's pushed a few people out. It's only been a slight drizzle though, hasn't it?
I like a slight drizzle, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not been too
Keeps the
bad.
crowds away. So I was like, oh no, it's raining. We must go back to our hotel. Or oh no, it is raining. We must go back to our hotel.
That was actually really good for a French accent.
Thank you.
I really thought that was decent.
Do you like the brush of the face as well?
Yeah,
I don't know why I went German there.
Yeah, I think you need to stop now. Yeah, that's the
Joke's
end.
over.
But that's all. Don't worry, it won't be all you're going to see this trip of the beautiful Main Street and Disneyland Park. Exactly. We'll come back here and I'll do a second day vlog because it's gorgeous, it really is. It was nice to see Stars on Parade, but I thought tonight we're going to go watch Star Wars. Neither of us have seen it before, so it'd be nice to have a look and just capture that for you guys. So we'll see you over at Walt Disney Studios. Say goodbye to Town Square for now.
Do you know what? Somebody said to me last time we were in a Disney park together on the comments, I think it was Tokyo Disneyland, in the comments somebody said, that Alex, God, he's such an idiot. I'm just reinstating that fact that I am an idiot.
But that's why I love you. Oh. And that's why I've been to every Disney park in the world. And when Disney Sky opens, if it ever does, we'll go.
Who knows? Who knows?
We'll go. What the hell is that? I mean, I love my merchandise, but hashtag selfie Disneyland Paris, I'm not a big fan of that. You got the beautiful castle there, and then stormtroopers. One with is that an iPhone? I don't know, it looks like it. One with Mickey ears on. How does that make you feel? I'm not a big fan.
I don't know why I put myself through this.
Yeah, oh God. But, however, we have got something nice here instead, haven't we? This is quite nice here. Disneyland Paris, Star Wars, Season of the Force, official t-shirt.
It'd be nicer to make it for everything else here.
Yeah, it's nice though, that. What's the price for that?
Price is $21.99.
$21.99.
If you want your current exchange rate, I mean, I'm not sure, I don't really know too much, but I'm going to say around about £19.
Probably, yeah, with the exchange rate at the moment. It's not very good, is it?
Right, you want good travel money, guys? Go to TravelX. Spot on.
Yeah. Is that the little upsell, is it?
That's the law.
Oh, it's the law. Right.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm laying down the law.
Laying down, oh, right.
I'm going to walk
Get out.
to the studio.
Go. Oh, I'm pointing that way. Turnstile over there. Get out. Yeah. Off he goes. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank God for that. He's gone. Yeah! Quick, let's go. So here we go then, we've made it onto Production Courtyard, and look at that, the beautiful Twilight Zone Tower of Terror with the combination there of its usual purple lighting there in the middle just by the lift shafts. And you've also got the projections on there as well, making it look really good. And also, it's worth pointing out the windows there are not actually real windows, they are just part of the facade, so to speak. There's not actually any lighting coming from the back of the windows. That is all projected onto it. It's amazing, it really is. Anyway, this show, it's a galactic celebration, not a galactic gathering. There we are, look, the purple lights have just gone off. And there we are, we'll notice the Hollywood Tower Hotel light in there as well. It's gone off, here we go.
Got it wrong.
I know, yeah, I got it wrong. A galactic celebration. Hey, a galactic celebration, not a galactic gathering. I think it's galactic gathering, the one in Hollywood Studios. It could be. I think it is, actually. So there we are, there you've got all the projectors over there at the back. It's definitely the name of the show.
We've been to too many places.
We have done too many Disneys. That's your control box just up there at the top as well. And here we go, right, I'll share a few minutes of highlights of footage from the show here in Walt Disney Studios. Before I show you them clips, a little tip for you. Everybody always stands right down the front there because obviously a lot of it does take place on the stage, but you definitely, even though a lot of it takes place on that, you definitely want to be standing a bit further back. A, you get a lot more room, and B, it means that your sight line, it's all in a frame in front of you, whereas if you're standing there, it can also block the projections on the hotel as well. So definitely worth taking a step back here as well, and you get room to breathe at a Disney nighttime show, which is definitely a rare occasion. So here we go, here's some footage from Star Wars, a galactic celebration here at Season of the Force, Disneyland Paris.
On May 25th, Star Wars premiered. Now, almost 40 years later, Star Wars has reached every corner of the world and across generations as the saga continues to transport audiences with the words, "A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away."
I have lived long enough to see the same eyes in different people. I see eyes. I know eyes.
Through the Force, then she will see other places. The future, the past, old friends now gone.
There are stories about that.
They shut down the mainland. It destroys the shore.
This is madness.
Those beasts. They're here.
Applause. Who are you?
I'm no one.
Always two there are. A master and an apprentice.
So we've just watched Star Wars: A Galactic Celebration for the first time, all three of us, and I really enjoyed that. But I think Alex has got some emotion there.
No, surprisingly, despite how much I kind of detest Star Wars, that is one of the best Disney shows I've ever seen in a Disney theme park. Not the best, but one of, for me, the fact it's on Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
The fact it's got pyrotechnics, projection mapping, lasers, true fireworks, character. It's basically a Star Wars Fantasmic to me.
Yeah, it is. That's a good way of describing it.
And, like, look at that. That is outstanding. Just that view alone. Just take all those things I've just said to you, stick it on there. Yes, it's Star Wars, but the Star Wars music composed by John Williams is grand.
Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. It really is.
To merge that all together for a show, you know what? Kind of makes it.
Yeah, it does, and it's beautiful. Like, I preferred that to the Christmas version.
Yeah,
the Christmas show on there I loved. But even though it's Star Wars, not that I've got anything against Star Wars, I'm just not a massive fan of the films, you know. That was stunning. Like Alex said, it was a 360 show all the way around. Really nice position lasers that come over the crowd. Fantastic use of the projections. The quality of those projections, I'd say, are a lot better than what I used over in Disneyland Park. I don't know, I assume, well, these are newer projectors, aren't they?
I think the detailing of projection mapping is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, any of the Disney parks,
but genuinely, the best projection mapping I've ever seen is on that building.
It's very clever as well because they use some of these other facades to project things onto.
And the sound is 360
It is.
It's a big thing. You don't get that in a lot of places. If you stand and watch Illuminations next door, I'm shouting over John Williams.
It's so loud.
If you're standing in Disneyland Park and you're watching Disney Illuminations, you're stood in one place hearing the sound in front of you, they create that effect that it's in front of you. Here, you're hitting laser blast behind you. Krista will tell you how many times I was turning around.
Yeah, Krista.
Looking at different things.
Really good. So much better than
to Illuminations.
Yeah. And within 2 minutes, the crowd has gone. But staring at that and looking at that view, impeccable.
And that's another key thing to it as well. You don't need to get it too early for it. You can see it all the way down there outside Studio 1. You don't have to be directly in front of it. Brilliant show, 10 out of 10. Wouldn't change that at all. Absolutely loved it. Really, really nice that. And the pyrotechnics on the ride, brilliant. Like at the top, it looks stunning.
I was expecting a slow start. They did a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I was expecting it to kick straight in, but was I disappointed? No, what the hell? Look at that.
And I don't think you realised either that they were going to be like coming off Tower of Terror, did you? I think the pyro you thought was going to be behind it.
The thing I really liked, there's a famous scene where the brothers in Star Wars are fighting each other around the lava and the fire pit, and they're actually on the balcony of the windows of Tower of Terror. And when he fell, oh my God, that was incredible.
It's really clever. We'll have a gentle stroll, shall we? But yeah, really good. I'll be watching that again at least once, probably twice.
Just shout over this a little bit.
I know, yeah.
Doing all right.
We're having to shout, but there you go, that's it. Anyway, that's the end of this vlog. Part 1 vlog from Disneyland Paris. Like I say, we haven't done everything inside Walt Disney Studios today, but there is plenty of other vlogs in Disneyland Paris. It's my most vlogged Disney parks on the channel, so make sure you check out the other vlogs, and especially the one that me and Charlotte did, where we did ride pretty much everything inside the park. But don't worry, there is going to be a day 2. Most likely going to be more over in Disneyland Park than we are here. But yeah, that was stunning. That really good. For me, that was the highlight of the day. Really liked that.
Yeah, phenomenal. I agree.
Highlight of your
highlight
day.
The trip for me so far.
Highlight of the trip so far. What about you, Chris? You got a highlight from your day at Disneyland Paris?
Seeing the park for Disney rather than Park for Home.
It's a first time out of the UK visiting theme parks, and Disneyland Paris is certainly a good one to start with, but it's certainly not the end. This is the start of you wanting to go and see the real parks out there, as I call them. I love our parks back home, and it's a great year with some fantastic new attractions opening. But the parks in Europe and around the world take it to that next step, that next level, that really make it worth saving up them pennies and getting out there to come and see these parks for yourself.
Can I make one final point and say that when we were in Tokyo Disneyland, and I don't want to talk about the other parts too much, we met 2 German fellows who were very lovely, very friendly, and I asked them, they'd been over 1,300 roller coasters each, and most of them were different to each other. They travelled the world and met each other when they got that far. And I asked them, what is their #1 roller coaster in the world? They both said to me, it's Nemesis at Alton Towers. Now, a lot of people will be like, what? You're crazy. If you live in the UK and you're watching this, you're only thinking, come on, surely there's better out there in the world. But what I think I've started to appreciate, especially coming here on this trip, you appreciate the things more that are further away. You kind of get content with the stuff that's around you.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that.
And you forget, really, that the things you've got are beautiful. We do forget that quite a bit. Like in Blackpool, we've got classic wooden roller coasters. Yes, have we got the thematic experiences like we've got here? No. Have we got the crowds pouring out the door on a Tuesday in February? No.
No, it's closed, yeah.
Exactly. But just people are really starting to appreciate things a lot more. This is not me nagging or bragging at people.
Appreciate what there is and what you're experiencing at the time.
And the fact this is actually close to home. This is the closest Disney theme park to us personally, and wow, what an experience.
It is. I know a lot of people watch Theme Park Worldwide over in the States who've never been to Disneyland Paris. Honestly, come and see it, especially for Disneyland Park. It's got some really nice features in there and really nice charm to it. But we'll leave it there. Don't worry, there's a lot more content to come from Disneyland Paris. So make sure you check it out here on the channel from our trip. Thank you very much for joining us for a look at Season of the Force here at Walt Disney Studios. And that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later, guys. Have a galactic evening.
Yeah.